Parts of the oceans that have been discovered so far have been nothing but mysteries to us. Today, we want to see some of the discoveries in the oceans, such as Skeleton Lake, which will surely surprise you. The oceans are so great that only 5% of them have been discovered by humans to date. So there are a lot of incredible things in the oceans that humans have never been able to access. But today, we look at several things that humans have been able to access. Join us as we explore the wonderful things that exist in the oceans and have been discovered by humans. Let's go over our 10-item list. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel, where you are going to see amazing things. We're very happy to have you on our channel, so don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell button and be the first to hear about our new videos. Number 1. The island has disappeared. In the 17th century, there was an island in Mexico called Barmja, which disappeared quite suddenly in the 1800s. People searched for this island for a long time, but did not find any result. In 1844, Britain claimed to have been able to find the island a few meters below the ocean, but this claim was never proven, and the island has become a legend. The Mexican government sent people to the island in 1977 to substantiate this claim, but nothing was found. Number 2. Dead whales off the coast of Alaska. Whale suicide is something we know about, but this is a strange thing. In 2015, 30 dead whales were found off the coast of Alaska. Everyone was shocked and no one responded. If a dead whale was seen, it might seem sad, but 30 dead whales is a completely mysterious event. After research, we found that the whales did not come to shore intentionally and that there was no suicide. These whales are dead in the water. This is a strange thing that happened on the other side of the Gulf of Alaska. There are several speculations about the growth of poisonous algae, which is said to have caused the death of the whales. But if these algae kill whales, then no one should swim in this area, right? Since 1991, we have seen 62 similar incidents, of which only 1/3 have been answered. Why can no one understand what killed these whales? Number 3. Computer related to ancient Greece. Divers were able to find one of the strangest objects in the world off the coast of a Greek island. This strange object was a 2,000-year-old vehicle that contained several treasures. These treasures include vases, jewelry, and bronze sculptures. But the most bizarre of these treasures, which surprised everyone and was considered one of the strangest objects in the world, was the Antikythera mechanism. It may take more years for scientists to fully understand the mechanism of this object. This object, which is an ancient analog computer, was known as a kind of arithmetic device. Scientists later discovered that the device was probably used to predict the position of stars and planets in the sky based on a particular month of the year and was kind of an astronomical device. Number 4. A huge octopus that can be up to 9 meters long. This octopus lives in the Pacific Ocean and is known as the largest octopus species in the world. This type of octopus can be found in the North Pacific, from the coast of the United States to the coast of Alaska and Japan. The largest octopus of its kind ever discovered weighed 272 kilograms and was 8 meters long. Number 5. Chichen Underwater City in China. The 600-year-old city is located in China and is known as the City of East Atlantis. The city is a preserved and intact example of the architectural remains of the Chinese Empire. To visit the city, you have to go 40 meters deep to Lake Bruin. Evidence suggests that in 1959, Chinese authorities deliberately sank the city so that it could build a dam and a hydroelectric station. At the bottom of the lake, you can see an artificial handicraft called qiandao, stone buildings, statues of Simorg, and lions and dragons. These handicrafts date back to the 16th century. According to reports, the Chinese government launched a major research operation in 2001 to see how much remains of this large, old city. Number 6. Rudrakund Lake Skeletons. The lake is located in the Himalayan region of India at an altitude of 4,876 meters above sea level. The lake is surrounded by icy glaciers and peaks covered with ice and snow. In a particular month of the year, when the lake's ice melts, you can see the remains of more than 300 people. That is why the lake is also called Skeleton Lake. The remains have been found since 1942. And since then, scientists and historians, despite their efforts to unravel the mystery of the lake, have yet to succeed. A group of researchers at the University of Oxford researched the remains in 2004 and concluded that the remains date back to 850 AD. Unfortunately, scientists have not been able to find evidence of people living in the area, so they concluded that these people were traveling at the time of their deaths. But why they died and what caused this is still a mystery. Number 7. Underwater cemetery in the Canary Islands. In the year 2000, 40 crosses were thrown into the sea near the Canary Islands to commemorate a cemetery for a Portuguese missionary and 37 companions. The story of these sunken crosses date back to 1570. That year, a group of religious preachers was abducted by French pirates during a voyage. These pirates took the ship and all their cargo from them and threw these people into the water. In 1742, Pope Benedict XIV declared that 40 people were martyred, and today it is a popular place for tourists to go diving. Number 8. Singing whales. The different behaviors of whales have always been strange to humans. Whales produce a sound known as a waltz to communicate. The point is, modern whales sing slower every year, and no one still knows why. Whales around the world have lowered their voices in recent years without any connection, and today they sing about 30% calmer than in the 1960s. There is a theory that the whales have become weaker and therefore have to lower their tones so that the sound vibrates more in the water, and they can walk away and reach another whale. There is another theory that this is a natural reaction of whales to noise pollution. Number 9. The Lost City in Combat Bay. At a depth of 36 meters in the water of Combat Bay, you can see the ruins of the ancient city, which was discovered as one of the strangest objects in the world off the coast of India. These ruins can change the thinking and knowledge of historians and archaeologists about human civilization. Discovered by chance in 2001, the ruins are more than 5,000 years old and are one of the oldest surviving ruins. Knowing this ancient city can make a big difference in our view of the ancient world. However, there is still no complete information about this ancient city, and research is still ongoing. Number 10. Locomotive Cemetery in New Jersey, USA. At a depth of 27 meters off the coast of New Jersey, USA, we see locomotives that belonged to the 1850s. These locomotives were discovered in 1985 while people were in the process of ocean mapping. These locomotives are considered a rare type of train. The presence of these objects on the ocean floor and below it certainly brings with it a very mysterious story. The theory is that these trains were traveling on a ship from Boston to the Atlantic Ocean and were caught in a storm. It is speculated that the trains were either accidentally thrown from the ship into the water or deliberately pushed into the water to lighten the ship. In this video, we discovered that archaeology and discoveries can be very amazing and familiar with another dimension of the world around us every day. Of course, if in the depths of the sea you suddenly see a shark or other predator that sees you through the eyes of a meal, it is not very interesting, is it? Each time we look at the new sections, we discover animals, events, and a dark and mysterious past that we still have a long way to go to discover. The explorers searched parts of the ocean and were able to obtain valuable information. Many people make great sacrifices for the interesting things we have just seen. So be sure to share your opinions with us and say which part of the video was the most exciting for you, and even thinking about it raises your heart rate. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.